Hi guys. So we've been talking about how to spot if your spouse is a narcissist, and today we'll be talking about breaking the bonds with a narcissist. First thing you need to know is it's not your fault. A sure sign if you've been with a narcissist is you feel broken, you feel damaged, it will feel brutal. The breakup will feel like you've been kicked in the chest spiritually. So I need you to not blame yourself. I need you to really trust and lean on God at this time. Don't put up a facade. Don't be quick to date again, because what's going to happen is this person has now put a spiritual footprint on you, and you're more than likely, if you don't heal, you'll get another narcissist, and the next one may be even more brutal. So first of all, acknowledge your feelings, and it's okay that you're hurt. um, to know that you've went through something really, really brutal. Next, they'll beg and plead and even attempt um, negotiation for you to come back to them, because they need a feeding source. They need someone that can assist their bruised ego, someone that can make them feel good in the midst of them making the person feel bad. And I know that sounds sick and twisted, but it is a personality disorder, and you have to recognize that. The next thing is you have to break the trauma bond. So think back to the thing that bonded you to that person. It could be childhood traumas. You may have to go forgive your parents. You may have to, if you were molested, you need to go forgive that molester. You need to pray. You need to step back and really see what brought me to this person. Was I grieving? Was I in financial constraints? Was I hurt from a previous ex and hadn't let that go? Those are all things that make you be prime rib to a narcissist. And what you may have to do is completely establish no contact, which is our next point. You're broken. You're not strong. You can't talk to this person. If you start talking to them and they're a true narcissist, they're going to manipulate you right back into that same place, into that same relationship, and you're going to be on the hamster wheel like this. And before you know it, you can't explain to your friends why you went back. You won't understand what's happening, but they will, because they have control over the situation. If you can't avoid them, adapt a method that's called the gray rock technique. It's like blending into the surroundings. If you have kids with this person, you have nothing to say. Here you go, I'm out. Get a third party person like your mom, your dad, your uncle, your somebody neutral, not a new spouse, because narcissists will flip out over stuff like that. But maybe somebody neutral, like a brother that they communicate with when you have to make your transaction with your children. Or if you work with this person, say very little to them. Keep yourself apart, because they are hunters and they will hunt you. Literally, physically, everything. Don't take this lightly. The next thing is remove any connections in your life with a narcissist. If you're on social media with them, cut them off. If you have mutual friends, you might have to ghost those friends. You have to make sure that you're not doing stuff. You're not in the same clubs. You're not doing things where this person can schedule to see you, to turn on the charm or to turn on the abuse if you deny their charm. Number 7, you have to remember why you broke up with them, because they will present trauma, create that trauma bond will appear to be love. And the next thing you'll know, you'll be like, it wasn't that bad. Yes, they hit me, but maybe I made them mad. Maybe it's not my fault. You won't sound like yourself, which is why the next step is critical. You need to get a journal and journal to God what you're feeling every day, the happy, the sad, the depression, the tears, the fear. You need to see how being with this person has transitioned you out of your God given crown and out of who the Lord has made you to be. Don't make excuses. Don't let your pride sit in. If you're married to this person, do the same thing and pray, because God can deliver anybody. But don't sit in okay narcissism, because what will happen is hope deferred makes the heart sick, and you will become bitter and angry, and you'll be someone that you never recognized. So you'll have to turn it around and see what happened. Um, the next thing, be prepared that they'll move on really, really quickly, to the point where they were either already cheating, or there's some new innocent girl that they've started talking to just in case you don't come back. Because that's typically what narcissists do. If they're not sure if you're going to take the bait, they'll find two, three girls, because they love that new beginning. They love that period of time where the person that they're dating has no clue who they are. So don't expect loyalty. Don't expect dedication from this type of personality. They lack empathy, and they struggle to see someone else's sight besides their own. The next one, you will grieve hard. You may cry. You may listen to old songs. You may be sad. Let that process happen. But what I implore you is to get you some good worship music, and tell, when you feel like that, turn it on and just cry. Really give it to God and just cry and let it out. I promise you, He will allow you to go stronger and stronger and stronger every day. If you opt and you say, you know what? I don't really feel that sad. I'm not. You're playing yourself. You are sad. If you were with a true narcissist, you will be like, why? Why do they act like that? Why? I just don't understand. He loves her. Um, when they move on, they may do spiteful things to you, like post that person on Instagram, or get proposed to them really, really fast, or matching outfits. They will attempt to be relationship goals to refeed their ego, even if they really, really love you. You will continue to think about them. You will miss them. Your body will crave them if you've slept with them. It's very, very normal, but don't go back. Don't go back, because the control will become more and more and more overwhelming the longer you stay with them. You will lose your voice. You may feel ashamed when you realize how much they manipulated you, or played with your feelings, or did things to you, or stole from you, or took from your essence, or took from your innocence. And that's okay. There's no need to feel ashamed when someone didn't respect the God-given crown you've been given. You can't tear yourself down. It's time to love yourself. You will need to find a self-love regimen. A regimen, first thing when you get up in the morning, worship God and ask Him to cover you throughout the day. And also pray and ask God to allow your heart to be healed, and for you to forgive that person. And that's all the confessing you need for that day, for that person. Then go take you a bath, comb your hair, spend time loving on yourself, spend time reading your Bible, put on some Lizzo, put on some music that's gonna make you feel like you the baddest thing that's ever walked the earth. Find some hobbies, write a bucket list. Write a bucket list to say, I always wanted to go skydiving. Do all the stuff you couldn't do when you were with that person. Rediscover who you are, and that matters, because a healthy you is toxic to a narcissist. Focus on yourself and figure out how you can be a better you. Figure out where in your life were you comfortable living lower than your God-given privilege. Where in your life were you a pit master? Where in your life were you sitting there and you were doing things and saying things and in environments that God was never pleased with? You were with someone that either could have had alcohol abuse or drug abuse or hung around people that were unsavory or dealt with things where your self-esteem and your pride were torn down. Now it's time to build that back up. It's time to go shopping. It's time to follow your goals. It's time to boss up. And you can do that because now you're free from this narcissistic person. You may have to find you some scriptures, and I implore you to put them around your bathroom mirror. So when you get up in the morning, a postcard that says you're flawless, another one that says you're God's princess, another one that says God hears me when I pray, another one that may say I am so beautiful, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, another one that says I am the smartest that I can be, I feel perfect, I feel amazing, I feel great. Stand in front of the mirror with your panty and bra on and just compliment yourself. Compliment your body, compliment your mind, because what you don't realize is the enemy has used this person to steal from you. They've stolen the way you feel about yourself. They've stolen your grace. They've stolen your essence and your innocence. And now it's time for God to pour it back in there. So when those thoughts come in, you can go, wow, I was attracted to that. I thought that was okay for somebody to tear me down and not love on me and treat me bad, and then I miss that person. Missing a person that has torn or broke you down is normal in the beginning. It's toxic and the breeding ground for a new narcissistic partner if you continue to do that and you don't take care of yourself. So I just want to encourage you and let you know you can do this. You can break free. You can walk away. You can stop it. Don't give up.